Hey everybody, how are you today? Ah, back from our retreat, and it sure was fun. Hi everybody, there's Charlotta, Leslie, Laura, Lisa, Diane, Teresita, Cindy. Good to see you guys. Hey Lisa Townsend, hey Janie Jane. Did you guys have fun on the retreat? I sure did. It was great. It's so weird to be home. I don't know what that is on my nose. I was just up at mom. She's like, "What happened to your nose?" I said, "I don't know. How is everybody?" It was great. Hey, Brenda. Hi, Mitziana. Hi, Lori. Oh, good. Glad you guys had fun. It felt like you were having fun, but I wasn't quite sure. You learned tons. Me too. And honestly, that is the best. Well, it's hard to decide what was the best thing about it because it was all I just loved being, in person with my friends. It was great. And, it's not too late. If you guys didn't make it and you still want to go and see what we're talking about, yes, we did have fun from all the jokes and laughter. We were having fun, but possibly too much fun. But yeah, it was jam packed. Brenda, me too. Hey, Judy. Yeah, it was like, well, let's go out to dinner. And everybody was kind of like, oh, I have to put on shoes. But it was fun to go out. And, we went to the second night, we went to a Texas barbecue place, and that was fun. And then the night before, oh, no, we had Mexican and we had margaritas. Everybody. That was a great time. You like you think the teachers had more fun than you did. That's possible, Lisa, because I don't usually get to do stuff when I'm part of an event. I'm either like getting ready for mine or just I don't know, but this was so relaxed that we all got to hang out. Did I have any more blue glitter juice? Wasn't that pretty? I did have some and I thought it was very tasty. It tasted to me like, those Seagram's coolers? It tasted like the Pacific, I forget the name of it, Pacific Punch or something. It's the blue one. It really was good. And I know, and it stayed sparkly for a long time. It was, if you guys weren't there, it was Anne had a drink. It came in a can and you poured it into a glass and then it didn't make us. We did it voluntarily. I don't know if anybody else did, but I had to taste it. Yeah, it was like that, Mitziana. It was like blue. It was really pretty color, almost like my name right there. And then there was this glitter that you could pour into it. It was, edible glitter. And that's right, it was in Hobby Lobby and it was very tasty. And it stayed glittery for a while. That was what I was surprised about. I thought it would sink down into the bottom of the glass, but it kind of hung there for a while. It was just very sparkly and pretty. And yeah, we had a great time. Hi, Dorothy. How are you? Yeah, so I'm still unpacking. I don't have all my stuff organized. I'm doing laundry, getting ready for the cruise that's on Sunday. So I have a lot to do before that. I have a lot of designs that I have to finish and send off. So I'm going to be doing that. But I was thinking that tonight we would just take a little look at making a quick, small watercolor journal. Now, if you don't have the frame pocket journal, you can use any die that you have. We're just gonna use watercolor paper to cut our covers. Oh, good. You had fun, Kathleen? Yeah, it was great. Not everybody could come for all the classes because, I mean, it was 2.5 days of solid crafting. So, you've been trying to paint watercolor flowers. Oh, good, Judy. I don't know if I'm going to do that today. I had another idea for today, but Calypso Colada. Oh, yeah. Okay. That was it. Hey, Shirley M. How are you? Good to see you here. So anyway, I thought what we would do tonight is kind of a easy book. I actually am doing it because I will be on the cruise and I want to have like a little watercolor journal to take with me. So if I bring it to the pool or wherever, if the kids want to do something in it, I'm just going to make some pages. We're going to make this journal, and then I can either kind of put it into another book or just, I don't know. It's like a little workbook. Thank you for anyone that has been on your Facebook page and praying for your grandson. Oh, thank God. Oh, good, Brenda. Wow. I don't know, Shirley. I didn't. No, not on me. I probably, if you drank a lot, though. I don't know. Hey, Tammy. All right, watch later. Yeah, so anyway, what we're going to do tonight is just make this little watercolor journal, just very easy. But I do want to thank Anne and Lisa for letting me come. I want to thank Sizzix for being our sponsor and for providing such nice items in the goodie bag. And I also want to thank Julie for being such a good hostess. I mean, that poor girl, she didn't sleep the whole time. I mean, it was nuts. I was very busy, and a lot of the thing was, we had classes like pretty much every 15 minutes. So one person had to clean up their stuff. The other person had to bring in their things. So they had like little boxes and trays for you to put your stuff so you'd be ready to go. She did. Her home is beautiful, Brenda. I hope it still is beautiful after we left. But, we really used it. We were there all the time. They had drinks. It was just really, really a fun experience. So I hope we can do another one. So we'll see. Hey, Angie, how are you? So that's what we're going to do tonight. And the other thing is, it kind of gave me a new inspiration. You know how you're just kind of going along in your little track and you're doing the same thing all the time. This kind of got me out of there, and it also made me try things that I wouldn't have tried, like the Zentangle. I mean, I like to doodle, but it's always good to learn new ways of doing it or see about new tools. Or there was a lady who made these rope baskets, and she was just so amazing. She came in with her sewing machine and just started making these baskets, which I never thought about doing. Okay. Amy Powers has a question. I'm making your tiny journal. I'm wondering if it's too small to stitch more than one signature in. Have I ever stitched more than one signature in it? No, Amy, usually I just do one. I did a bunch of them out of felt, and I'll have to show and so I just put like one or maybe two pieces of felt, but it depends on what your materials are. And yeah, I mean, you could. It depends on how picky you want to be. I suppose you could, but that's up to you. We can. Has anybody in here done more than one signature in the tiny book? And if so, how did you do it? What did you make it out of? Let Amy know. Yes, Shirley, new inspiration. It really got you out of your little train of thought. And the other nice thing was, I got to share what I do with people who, do different things. Like Amanda from Pear Blossom Press, she does these tiny little LED lights. And that's not something that I would normally do. But then I'm thinking I need to make a book that lights up, so it's fun to kind of incorporate what everybody else is doing into your work. And I had left a comment that, and I just thought that's really true. The new things that I learned are going to go in my heart and in my art. So, can't get better than that. So, okay, everybody agrees. Yeah, the rope basket was amazing. So, okay. The diversity of crafts and styles. Yeah, for sure. And, just the coloring. We did coloring. We did Zentangle. We did the little, the light up card. We did, Rita did some mixed media techniques. That was fun. So some of them were really precise and some were like, just do whatever, which I was kind of one of those. But by the end of the day, I was like mentally fatigued from all the information I had. So I didn't do all of them, Angie, but I did a lot. Was there one that was harder for me to pick up? Well, I didn't get, we didn't have the sewing machine, so I have a feeling that could have been my problem. But I think I could do it. It wouldn't look like hers, but I could give it a try. So what was the other one? I think the little light bulb one that I just have this fear of electricity because my father thought it was funny to pretend to be electrocuted when he was hooking up electrical things. And I'm just like, afraid I'm going to get electrocuted. The colored pencil projects were cool. Yes, all of those. Your favorite? Oh, you think the hardest was the hardest, Angie, or the most fun was the mixed media? I'm hoping to see you using the twist and style tool to make a basket. Wow, I don't know, Anne. That would take a while. Although, my mom made a hooked rug, not a hooked rug, a braided rug. And, you could use the twist and style tool. Now you have me thinking, ooh, what if we twisted fabric? Oh, man, that's exciting. All right. Now, thanks a lot. Anne, thanks a lot for giving me more ideas. I'm already crazy. You can do it. And encouraging the craziness. Beatrice. Oh, good. There she is. I have a package from Beatrice. Let's go ahead and open that while we're sitting here talking. Oh, good. Oh, good, Cindy. I'm glad you had fun with that. All right. I've got I think it's my ATCs. So it's so fun to get all these little, oh, look at this. Wait a minute. You are not going to believe how cute this is. Look at the little bee, Beatrice. It's adorable. Look at that, guys. That is so cute. I'm going to have to put them with my little mascot. They kind of match. Maybe the minion could ride on the bee, I'm going to have a whole collection of little items. Oh, wait a minute. I see something else. Oh, look at this. All right. So, Beatrice, you're a crocheter. Look at that. A little toffee apple. That is adorable. That little face. So cute. It looks kind of like Groot, Guardians of the Galaxies. All right, let's see. Oh, I've got a little bag of goodies here. I should do this when the thing is turned down, maybe. A pretty, oh, look at this cute little envelope made from a doily. That is adorable. A couple of them. Aren't those cute? They could go in the book. I wonder if they would fit in the tiny book. Amy, wouldn't a doily be cute? Oh, boy. So many ideas and so little time. Look at that pretty bling. Isn't that pretty? Oh, boy. Beatrice, thank you. All right, let's see. Okay. I recognize these. I had got some of them too from Dollar Tree. All right, so what does she say? She don't know why, but I struggled for ideas. I get it. Some fun crochet. She likes to crochet. Oh, it's a cactus pin cushion. I got that one wrong. It looked like, oh yeah. It's adorable. I think the eyes threw me off. Oh, it is a caramel apple. Okay, all right. And a little bumblebee. She loves bumblebees. Aw. Thank you, Beatrice. I don't know if you call yourself Bee or Beatrice. Aw, thank you. All right. Look at this. She struggled. Give me a break. This is adorable. Oh, look at the little pocket. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's more. Oh, look at this. What you mean you struggle? These are so cute. Love who you are. Oh, I love it. And look at that. The little flowers on it and the E, and it's embossed. It's really cute. I like how you did that label. She layered it, two labels on top of each other. These are so cute. Thank you so much, Beatrice. I will put them in my collection. I'm so excited. And thank you for your nice note, too. And for your prayers for Mom. Mom is, every day is different. I came back from Texas and she was a mess. And then yesterday, she was great. Today, not so hot, but she kind of perked up. So every day is like, who knows? So I don't know. We're going on the cruise and then she's moving up with my sister. So she might be coming, my sister might be coming down while we're away on the trip because she doesn't want to leave her, which I kind of get. Anyway, well, thank you, Beatrice. These are adorable. All right, I have to find a better home. But anyway, that was so much fun. Oh, I love opening things up. All right, let's see. I think I got everything on my, oh, on Thursday, you might want to come and see who my special guest is because I know that some of you, you've met her before, but she is really cute. Oh, I will. Let me show how the doily folds. That's really cute. Anyway, there's, you know, so I'm not going to say any more except that you will want to come on Thursday. It will be a memorable Facebook Live. And it's not going to be long with that guest because she has other things she has to do. But you want to come and say hi. Okay. All right. So let's put the camera down and see what we've got going on here. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. I had to move my camera back to its normal position, which was a little scary. All right. Okay, so here, oh no, I feel like we might need a little light. Hang on. Is that better? Yeah. Okay, look at this. So this is a round doily that you just fold. Oh, this is a heart. Oh, wow, because I've seen them done with round ones too. That's cute. So this makes your little thing. Isn't that adorable? I bet you could tuck this in there too, maybe. I don't know, it's kind of fragile, but what a, so easy. So if you still have anywhere that has Valentine, you know, doilies for sale, get some and make these cute little pockets. Look how easy they are. Oh, very nice. Good idea to spotlight them. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get going on some watercolor. So what I thought I would do is just show you some of the things that I use when I'm watercoloring, okay? So first of all, I don't have anything fancy. This is my palette. I got that at Michael's, and I think it was like maybe $10, maybe less. I don't even remember. Maybe it was $5.99. But this is what I use, and you can see I'm kind of going through on some of these. I don't probably treat it as good as I should, but to me, it's a tool, and you know, whatever it costs, I'm gonna just go get another one. I did get some additional colors though for things that I thought I might use more often, and these are the liquid watercolors. This is called Sap Green, and I think it's similar to that size, and this blends nicely with yellows and blues, so I thought I'm going to use that a lot. So I did go ahead and get these, and I think I probably got them on sale too. And this you can mix into other colors to just deepen them or kind of add you know, more toned down feel to the color. So I only have these, but I have plans to get more, believe me. All right, and then I got these little pipettes, and I like to use these. I have a clear bottle of water that I keep, and then I can refresh and just add clean water into my little watercolor palette. Now, I do like this set just because I can use all these little wells to keep different colors. You know, maybe I want to mix this one and this one and make its own color. And I can do that right in one of these little wells. Then I have all of those tones that I can get a hold of, you know, and not have to mix them in the tray like I did right there. All right, here's another one that I have, and this is kind of a simple pad or set also. I don't know where I got that. Oops, they're falling out. That's not good. So I don't know where I got them, but I don't use these that much, but they're kind of pretty. You know, all of the colors are, I mean, that's just a set of like basic paints. You can also get ones that come in a tin like this. So if you travel, you know, that's kind of a nice little one. And then you can use this over here for your palette. So you are going to need somewhere to mix. You could also use something like this, which is just like a takeout tray or something you can get at the Dollar Tree, or I mean, like at a restaurant, you know, when you take home food. I can't remember where I got that, but anyway, you like some of those colors? Oh yeah, they would be good. Ooh, that's a good idea, Glum. Okay, in the US, Michaels has sets like that black one. Yeah, I think that's where I got it. So anyway, all you need are basic pigments, you know, that you can use to kind of mix your own colors. So whatever ones you get, they're pretty basic. You can pay a lot of money for them, or you can just use, you know, what's around until you get good, or you decide, yeah, this is a hobby I might want to keep going ahead with. And, you know, they work. I mean, you don't need to have really crazy supplies. The other thing that you need is something to watercolor on. So this is a pad that I got at Michael's, and I like this size because I think I'm going to use this to make pages for my book, and it would have the least waste. So these are 6 by 9. So if I fold that in half, I'll have, you know, 4 by 8, 6 by 8. So that should work pretty well. And I'll just trim that down. Here's another one. This one I got in Dollar Tree, and, you know, I was just kind of messing around a little with this, but I really liked how thick the paper is. I was surprised at, you know, the quality. Well, I don't know if the quality of it depends on how thick it is, but it's really, really thick. So in fact, I was going to use this other paper for the cover, but I might use this because it is 350 GSM, I think that is. This is 300. So, you know, the pounds is a little tricky. There's hot press, cold pressed. I don't really honestly know the difference. I think one of them is a little smoother, but, you know, I just kind of use what's around. And I have some other brands too, but this is what I had, so this is what I use. Okay. And then we also have a die. So I'm going to cut my journal out of our new one just because it's new and it's still exciting and fun. Not that these aren't, but, you know, I'm still kind of exploring all the things I can cut with this die. So this is the frame pocket journal. And then I was going to cut my pages with the pocket notebook because those should fit. So unless I use that smaller paper, I don't know. I have to take a look at that. But anyway, these are the dies that I was planning on using today. One more thing was the water. So this is a brush basin, which I had gotten a long time ago. I cannot get that junk out of there, so I just leave it in there and it looks horrible, but you know, it's paint. So that is what I use for my water. And what I do is fill it up to leave this little thing so it separates, and then I can clean my brush in that side, you know, just run it across there. And then I can use this for clean. And in case I need both of those or I mess up, I still have this one for clean. So it's important to keep clean water because otherwise it's going to muddy what you put on your brush. Okay, one more thing that we need are brushes. And I don't know where I collected all of these, and there's all different kinds of brushes. There's flats, there's rounds, and you use them for different things. But for what we're going to do today, I think I'm going to just use a flat. So I'm going to take this out and we will use it. So I don't know what kind that is, but it seems like the size that I'm looking for. Obviously, if you were making a big flower, you might want something like this. And if you want something very tiny and delicate, you would use a brush like that. So it just goes by what you want to use. And you get your favorite ones, and then, this is a plain old palette. So you can take this wherever you go and just kind of, if you have your colors already in here, and this is one of the nice things about watercolor, if you spritz that with water, that's going to reconstitute and you can use them again. Just dip your brush in and maybe bring a spray bottle of water, and you don't have to, bring that whole set. You can mix them kind of ahead of time, and they just naturally dry out if you leave them, and then, you can use them again. So that's a very basic thing, and that's just what I've found from my experiments. So, there's probably people in here that know a lot more about watercolor. All I know is I'm having a good time with it, and we're going to make a fun little journal today. So, here's a couple more samples. This is one that I did a long time ago. I was out in Texas, and I was watching my granddaughter, Trinity, and we didn't have any supplies, but it was time to do a Facebook Live, and I thought, I'm just going to let's see what she had in her closet. And so we went in. This is an old journal. It's called the Wrap Journal. And these are like Crayola paints. And so we just had a paintbrush and a little thing of paints, and we went ahead and painted the mat board. So I think I brought these with me. And that was my first one. That was pretty messy. But, I got a little better and blended a little better, but I really don't even mind all these kind of interesting blends in and out and fading and, these kind of blobby roses. I think they're kind of pretty. And I also think that you can add things like your white pen or a black pen, and you can outline them or trace or, do whatever you want to kind of make them stand out. So there's lots and lots of options, things to do with watercolors. Okay. Have you used water brushes? Yes, actually, good idea. Yes, those are fun. Let me find one. There should be one. Yeah, you can take one of these and do all of the colors. So if you were really limited on what you could bring, this is a barrel that's filled with water, and then you squeeze it out. In the past, I've used that to make my napkins. When I go around the edge of my napkin to kind of separate a shape from the whole napkin. So that's what I've been using it for lately, but these are really good too. So we can use that for some of it. So let's, and then you probably want to have a paper towel standing by to wipe up, to kind of absorb some things and, just blot your brush. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to use my Big Shot, and I've got this is my frame pocket journal here, and this is the piece that I want to cut, and this is what we're going to do. This is so basic. It's just swatches of greens and blues, and I think that's a nice little background for a watercolor journal. So what I did was I cut 2 covers, and so I just want to show you how I did it. And then we're going to cut some pages too that will go inside, and then we can take this whole thing with us, and the pages are in there, and then when we get done with them, we can either transfer them to another book, or you could just mat them or frame them or make cards out of them or whatever, because they're about 4 by 6. Okay, so let's cut some. So I do want to look at my, oh, one more thing. I wanted to show you, I added a couple things to my book. So I wanted to keep you up to date on this. This is the book that I started a couple weeks ago, and it's a journal. So I covered it with some coffee dyed paper, and I had an extra piece of this, and so I used this as a cover, you know, so it kind of matches the front here. And then I used that on the trip, and I did some of the shading and little things that we learned, and you know, those are my notes for class. These are nice sturdy pages, I have to say. And then the other thing that I made was this little, I said I was going to do it, and I did, but then I didn't ever record making it. So it's very easy, and we could do it sometime. But these are the little pages, the page pockets that I sell in my Etsy store. So I just cut them down and I added them in so I could bring my artist trading cards with me when I went. And actually I made that on the plane. I'm trying to keep up with that 100-day project, but it's not easy. I'm already behind. But you know, I was on a trip. So I did that. And I'm just keeping it closed with this little piece of elastic, which is nothing fancy, but it does the job. And then I made this little bookmark because I had a piece of this left over. So you can, if you do like a watercolor that you've made, you know, scan it and keep it, and you can use it for your art. So I thought that was kind of fun. All right. So... oh, here's another little book. This was another watercolory thing that I was just trying some different strokes and flowers and leaves and things like that. That's not very good, but still, you know, you have to try. I mean, you just can't wake up and be a watercolor artist, although I would love it because I don't like to be bad, but, you know, I think I'm getting better, maybe. All right, so let's see. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so we have to use the bigger paper for covers. All right, I would like these to be strong. Well, they hardly even want to come out of the book. I'm going to get another pad of this. This was the Dollar Tree stuff. You can cut a lot at a time. Trying to justify my purchase. Thank you. Eileen, you're going to make me buy the bigger Big Shot just for that time. No, you could use any one you have, Beatrice, really. Okay, I'm going to cut these together, and I think I'll be fine. And I just want to make a smaller book this time. I don't want to stack the spines. I don't want to make anything huge. I just want to make one that has 2 spines so they can overlap like that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to cut. These are going to be a little stronger, though, than the ones I already cut. And I'm going to hope that they don't cut through. All right, so I'm just going to line this up here. And I'm going a little bit over so I can trim it because I can't see from where I am. So I'm using the small cutting pad just because it's less bulky here on my table. So let's... except I'm running into a cord here. Yay. It's always something. I hope it fits through sideways. Yeah, there it goes. I think it should. And see, now I can't push it because I don't have, wait a minute. I'm going to have to use the big one. Never mind. All right. It was worth a try. To move this cord. It's driving me crazy. Okay, here we go again. All right, time for the big guns. All right, here we go. All right, so this is going to score one side. I'm not sure about the other one, but we can just kind of match it up and trim it if we have to. I'm going to get that out of the way and see what we have here. All right, so we have a little extra, so we'll just trim that down. Not a problem. And, you know, these would be pretty to practice on. You know, you could, if you wanted to try a flower or something, or a color or a technique, you know, it's good to have these little scraps. So I'm going to leave them right nearby. And I think we're done on the die cutting. So let's just trim these down. And I'm going to just take this and put it on my trimmer and chop off that last little piece there. So we don't need that. All right. That looks pretty good. A little close, but it'll work. All right, so we have two covers. See, now it didn't go through to this side here, so we probably will have to score that. Not a problem. We'll just match it up with the other one. So here, this one scored right there. So let's see, that is at, who can see that? 4.5. All right. I think that's right. 4.5, which is right here. Okay. And I'm not sure if there's a right and wrong side to watercolor paper. I never really thought about it. So we'll see what happens. Beatrice, I did actually buy Big Shot Plus just for the larger dies. Rough switch, would have problems. Not to cut scoreboard. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's just make sure these match up. These are nice and sturdy, I will say. And let's poke the holes out because I can't see. All right. Is that not going? All right. There we go. So we have our covers. And while we're at it, let's cut our pages. So I have the, where did my pocket notebook go? Let me get my cutting pads. Well, oh, here it is, right here on my desk. Okay. So this is the page element. This is the spine, like we just cut. So see, you could have cut this out of the watercolor paper and your pages out of it too. So let's just go ahead and line up some paper on here. Now, let's measure this with our spines and just make sure that works. Yeah, that's pretty close, actually. Look at that. So, you know, what we can do is we could take this paper, even though it's probably not going to match. It's not bad. So let's try. It's a little smaller, but I'm good with that. So let's do 4 pages for now. You can always do more. We have 2 signatures, so, you know, we have room. I've been able to cut scoreboards with the switch. Yeah, you know, there's something coming out, guys, that is going to help with that. But it's not ready yet. Okay? I promise. All right. So this we're going to make a little bit smaller than the covers of the book. And these we are going to score halfway down. So I'm going to get my big scoreboard and we're going to just fold these in half. So this is 9 inches, so we're going to score at 4.5. And we'll do that with all 4. And then we're going to trim them down. We could just do that anyway, but it's more fun on the machine. I can line them up all in one. And cut them all at once, and they're all going to be the same. I actually might do them 2 at a time because this is pretty thick. But I'll show you how it works. All right, so let's get our pages done. And then we'll have our book. We can put our elastic in. And then it will be constructed. And then it's just how do we want to make our watercolor cover. Okay. Actually, yeah, these are pretty thick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my page element, and like I said, you could just trim these down, but I do like the idea that they're going to be perfectly the same size, okay? So let's look in our book and see how long we want them to be. Now that's right to the edge, so I don't want that. So let's lay it on here. And what you do is you put your fold on the edge here so it doesn't get cut, because there's 3 cutting blades, but there's no cutting blade here. So that makes this adjustable. You can make it skinny and I'll chop it there, or you can make it thicker and we'll chop it there. Okay, so I'm going to make this easy and just go right on the edge of my die. And I'm going to put my cutting pad on top, and that will be that. And then I know when I do the next ones, they'll be the same. Okay, so I have 2 cutting pads here. I have 3. I only need 2. So I'm just going to run this through, and then I'm going to do the same with the next one. So that's kind of the lazy way to make the pages. It'd be great if Sizzix released a set of cutting pads in different thicknesses. I agree, Glum, because there's things sometimes just doesn't fit the bill for everything, like leather, you know. I'm with you. All right, so let's do the same thing. We're just going to put this right on the edge inside this mark here. The trick is keeping this all together. So we're just kind of lining this up on the edge here, and then put our cutting pad on top, ready to go. Okay. The Pro is great. It's huge. Yeah, I agree. It's a monster. It weighs 47 pounds. I have mine on a rolly cart, but honestly, I don't take it out too much. If anything, I use the Plus, because most of the other dies, I don't have the huge ones anymore. There's no kind of recent big Pro dies. Okay, so now we have all of our pages and we have our cover. All right, so let's just add a little bit of elastic and let's glue our spine together, although I might wait because if I mess this up, I might want to have to do another one. So let's just make sure these line up. Yep, those are good. So, what the heck? Let's just put it together and go for it. I'm going to use the wide. Well, I might use this too. All right, you could use your wet glue too, but this is just quicker. So it doesn't matter which one is the front, I don't think. So let's just make this be the back. I'm just going to run a line of tape down here. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to cover, I'm not going to use my little elastic there. So I just covered it with tape. And And then I probably will go over that with glue. All right, so that's good enough. It's made out of paper, so we don't need super duper coverage. All right, and then we're just going to match up the two holes here. Top and bottom. Can you see that? Okay, so now we have our little book cover. Isn't that cute? All right, and we have our little pages that will go inside. Let's just put the elastic in now to get it done. All right, and then we can watercolor to our heart's content. So I just have to pick a color. I didn't want anything that was too heavy duty because I don't want this like bowing. You know, this is pretty sturdy, but I don't want it to bend. It should be fine, but let's see. I think green, maybe, or that's kind of pretty. Let's do this. If I can find the end of it. I found one end. Doesn't that drive you crazy? Oh, wait, there it is. All right. So I'm just going to make a little rectangle around the spine. Just kind of okay. So did you guys have a good weekend? I hope you had fun if you were at BellaCon. It was great. The team and I, are going to have a smaller event, but fun also in April. So you'll be hearing more about that as we get that together. So that'll be fun. And things are really coming together for Creativation. And I hope to have a lot of stuff that you'll be able to see there, because this year the people in charge have said, oh yeah, let's let people do videos. Last year, because it's NAMTA, which is National Art Materials Trade Association, they were not so much into videos like the craft people were. They're like, why do we need to have craft videos? So now this year they're like, oh, well, that helps sell our stuff. Good idea. So, all right, here's one little booklet. Let's see how that fits. That's perfect. And I can add a couple pages to that if I wanted, which I might do. But the thing is, once you do these watercolors, you can take them out and put in new pages, empty ones. All right, that's cute. I kind of like the all white. Isn't that pretty? All right, I'm going to trim this because this is a good tension. You love watching the videos. Yeah, I know, because if you can't go, because that's for trade only. So it's like, you know, it's fun to see what's going on. Oh, hey, Julie McGuffey. Oh, it's good to see you. When is Creativation? It's the end of March, Laura. Well, it's the 2nd and 3rd, but the education is before that. So, okay, so now we have our little book. I think that's adorable. Julie, I was talking about you and your beautiful house before and how patient you were. How nice of you to let us stay in it and mess it up. I hope you've recovered. All right, so this is the inside. So the thought that I had was to just do a kind of easy little watercolor kind of graphic swatch cover. And this one I just did out of blues and greens, and I just made little squares all over the front of my book. So we can do that. Now, when I looked at it, it's like, wait a minute, I don't know. It's a little off center. So what I might do is take my gold luster wax and maybe run a little down here, or I might just take a line of watercolor and go down there with a color to kind of balance it out a little. But I don't think it's too bad. I mean, you could do circles, you could do triangles, you could do whatever shapes you want. And I think I'll do different colors this time just so we can kind of compare them. So I think I'll do like reds, pinks, oranges, yellows. So that was my thought for this book. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to put down this because I'll probably make a mess. And I'm going to bring my water over here. And I have my brush picked out. And I know Julie was a decorative painter. So don't watch Julie because this is probably not very good. But the point is to have fun, right? So hopefully I have fun. Okay, let's put our pages there. Now I can't find my brush, but I only have a million of them, so let's get a different one. This looks good. So, what do you think I should do? Decoupage a napkin over the squares. That would be cute. Yes, the convention center in Columbus, Lori. You're in Ohio, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's get our... Oh, there's my brush. Okay. And let's get the water brush too. So I'll show you how you could use that. Okay. This one actually, oh, that looks pretty good. I like these thicker ones because they hold a lot of water. So what I did on the first one was I sketched it out kind of very sketchily, but I just kind of did rows like a grid, like, you know, and tried to space it out kind of. Actually, that wasn't very good. But you can erase and refine this as you go. And you can do as many, you know, grids as you want, or whatever you want to call them. It's just to give you an idea for where you want to put these squares or circles or whatever it is you're going to do. Okay. And this is not so hot. Let's cross out that middle one. And all right, can you guys see that? I'm just kind of making lines here very lightly because the watercolor is going to go, if you put the pencil mark in a watercolor, you'll be able to see it and you can't erase that. So I try to do just around the edges. So this is like the middle. And so if you want to do a square here, you know, you could go like that, leave a little room, and then do another one. These are a little bigger than the other ones I did, but that's all right. And then here, I think I'll go halfway down and just kind of go here. And here, it doesn't have to be precise. These are going to be less than the ones I did the first time. There'll be fewer of them, but that's all right. They'll be bigger. And you're just kind of shooting for a square that you can make a circle or a square of color. And then I'm going to go ahead and erase all of these lines that are inside the boxes because I don't want them to, you know, be part of my art, if you can call this art. It's just really to kind of get warmed up and get the feel of it. And, you know, we're just going to have some fun. Okay, so the first thing that you can do, wait a minute, that one's too big. What was I thinking? All right, and that one's kind of skinny. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to load my brush with clean water. All right, and this is something called wet on wet. So if you take down the water and you go within this circle or square, you can drop paint into that. So let's go over here and let's get some red. Why not start with crazy red and go over here, and that's some old red that I had in there, but I'm just gonna kind of mush that around and it came back to life. And I'm gonna go over here and put down some red, which looks like pink. and it kind of dried out. So you really have to work pretty quickly on this. If you want to add more water, you can go ahead and add more water and kind of spread out the color. But it's really to just kind of get you going, okay? So I'm going to rinse that off. Actually, I didn't rinse it off the last time I did it. I just kept it, going, and I just put it, and I kind of like having that color there so I can see where I put my water. So I'm just going to do the rest of these and then fill these in, and then let's do a light one. And you know what? If my color comes over to this, I don't care because they're all the same tone. And if you notice, it stays in the little box because I put the water in, so the pigment is kind of floating inside this box. If you get too much, you can always take a paper towel and just kind of blot it. But you know what I think I'm going to do? Kind of an ombre thing. So I think I will do this lightest pink and kind of float that in my box there and see what happens. Yeah, that's pretty. All right. Kind of like the ombre idea. Okay. All right, so let's do, we already did the red. Like, wow, that does not look red to me. So let's do some orange below that and start with the darkest. Oh, and I forgot to wet it first. So let's do that with the water brush. So I'm squeezing it and hoping water is going to come out. Sometimes they get funny. There, we got some going. You see that? Might be a little hard to see here. So I'm going to do a light orange and a dark orange. So I have my dark orange over here, and I didn't get that much water in there. But you can kind of see it floating, can't you? I'm not being precise at all, and it doesn't bother me one bit because I'm playing. All right, so let's do the light. See what happens with that. Now that doesn't look so light, does it? Oops, went over the line a little. That's all right. Yeah, pretty. Now let's do yellow. So we have kind of a sunshine yellow. Let's see, maybe, I really only have 2 yellows. So I could do kind of a brown, but that's really dark. So maybe I'll do something like this, which is, I don't know what color you would call that, but that's why it's good to test. And also, I haven't been using my palette here, so you can always do that. Put stuff over here and see what they look like. You can make them lighter, darker. Yeah, that's kind of like a brownish orange. All right, well, let's do it anyway. Now this had a lot of liquid on it, so I can go in and kind of take some of that up, but then it gets really light, so give it a little bit more. It's just fun to play, guys. I am not very good, but it doesn't mean that I can't play with it, right? Nobody can tell me. I'm old. I'm just going to do what I want. Yeah, too bad. All right, let's get some nice sunshine yellow, maybe a little bit more. And you just have to play with it. That's all there is to it. But I think this is going to be nice no matter what. Even if it's not perfect, I don't care. I'm just playing. All right, now this has green on it, so I think I'm going to clean that off. So I don't really want green, although that might not be a bad color. That's more like a lemon yellow. I'm afraid to look and see what you're saying. You have no business doing watercolor. Well, I'm doing it. Okay, so you do have to kind of work quickly. It looks kind of sickly. So I'm not loving that color, so I'm going to blot some of that off. And I could take my paper towel, but I think I got enough off that I'll start again. I do like this. Let me just dig down and get that green out of there. And I can always add water. I can get rid of that stuff and start over. It's just, you got to play. And I would say go watch some videos of people that know what they're doing. And you will be in much better shape. Oh, that's not bad. All right, so what should we do? I said red, but I thought I had done the red and it didn't really, I thought that was the red, but maybe I did a pink. Let's try red. That's that one, I would say. When you say that's red, oh shoot, I forgot again to wet it. So I'm going to squeeze my water brush. And you could actually drop the color right in here, but it's kind of fun to paint. So yeah, I think this is the same red. It is. All right, let's do a different color because I don't want to repeat the red, even though that's pretty. No right or wrong way. That's right, Mitziana. What about green, do you think? Let's do green. There's always, you can always use pretty greens. Okay, so that's a light one. Oh, let's do the teal. Oh yeah, how could I have thought that? I hadn't done that. Now that's a little crusty, so I'm gonna get that. All right, let's see what happens if we put teal over that. Ooh, that's pretty dark. Oh, well, I like it. That is really dark. Just lighten it up a little bit. Oh, see, I put it in the wrong one, so oh well. And if we want to darken it a little bit, see how we can do that. Okay, now this is going to take a while to dry because I've been pretty strong-handed in here. All right, so what other color? Maybe blue? What do you guys think? Old be my age, huh? A chartreuse. There's no blue. Well, there's, yeah, we're working on it, Glum. So maybe blue. How about a light blue? That'd be pretty. Let's just go right for it. Yeah, that's pretty. It's kind of dark, but I like this cover because it's just simple, you know? It's just pretty colors. Can't go wrong. All right, there's my masterpiece. What do you think? Has everyone left? Okay, pretty much. Okay. Well, that's all I want to do for today. I'm kind of excited about that. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to erase my marks, whatever ones I can. And the others, I may go around and kind of reinforce it. I don't know. I may make them darker. I may put a black line around it. I might put a white line around it. There's lots of options for me to do. But it looks kind of basic, but I think I like it. All right. So anybody have questions or comments? Or looks very pretty. Zentangle it. Ooh, well, that could happen too. Well, I don't know. It's okay. I kind of like the other one better. I do like these little flowers I made. And I was thinking, you know, to cut them out in like an oval and put them on one of the pages just so I kept it for an idea to use another time. And these are kind of cute too. That was supposed to be a hydrangea, which went terribly wrong. But, you know, some you get are good and some are not. And you just have to say, well, you know what? That's chalk it up to practice, you know. Now I could go ahead and make another row over here and that would kind of bring it out to the edge more, but actually while I have my paints out, I think I might just make a line going down the side and that'll be that. So let's see, we need like a little liner. Out of all these brushes, I don't want one that's too skinny because all right, now what color? The pressure. Oh, I know. Well, I already have some out here. Whoops, it's that one. And even if I do it kind of wiggly, I might do that on purpose. Oh, that's not terrible. I could do like little lines. So I could combine my Zentangle with my paintbrush. Make like a little design border. This is lasting a long time on my brush. All right, that's fine. This whole thing is kind of very a messy idea, so I'm good with this. It's fun to do messy every once in a while. All right. Cute. I don't know, it's kind of distracting actually. But I could chop it off. I don't know, we'll see. I could cover that with foil. There's lots of ways. I think it takes away from the simple here. So I don't know. Stay tuned. See what we do next time. Everything is fixable, right? Isn't that a good feeling that everything is fixable? I love that. Fill every other block. I could do that. I told you, Paul knows you, Eileen. He just suggested teal. Yay, Paul! Thank you for coming to our retreat. Yeah, I don't think I like that, but I should have stuck with just the one. Oh well, I'll figure something out there. Okay, all right, guys. Hey, Anne Ricci, what die did you use? I used the Frame Pocket, the Frame Pocket Journal, Anne. That's the new one. It looks like this. And then I used this one, the Pocket Notebook, to cut the pages out. It goes inside. And then this is the new one. But you could use any journal. You could use this watercolor technique with any journal. We just cut it out of watercolor paper and just went to town. Okay? Nothing fancy. Just add a piece of washi tape. Oh, that's a good idea, Brenda. Yep. Everybody's saying that. Yes. All right. You saved the day. Okay, guys. Well, this one is okay, though. Ooh, whoa. It's still drying. But I think I like that one. It'll look better after I take away the marks and everything. But I might do that anyway, the washi tape down the side. That's kind of a cool idea. If I can find something that has all those colors in it. Okay, so we're good. All right, everybody, thanks for coming today. And to all those who came to the retreat, thank you for doing that. If you want to sign up for it, if it sounds like it was so much fun, and it was, you still can go to it. Just go to Bella Crafts Publishing, and the link is still on there. and everybody is still commenting and putting up what they created in the group. So you can watch all the videos again, and it's $79 for, I think, 13 videos and extra tips. And you will see my amazing life-changing tip in the one of the last ones that went on during the retreat. Wasn't it life-changing, guys? Hey, Jen. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. See you on Thursday at 4 o'clock with my special guest. And have a great week and keep crafting. Okay? Thanks, everybody. See ya.